Hello guys, welcome back. Konnichiwa. Herzlich willkommen. Is GoPro stock still a good investment for 2026? And if yes, where is the price level here, guys? Or where are the price levels for a potential buy-in? I will give you a full chart analysis here. I will give you also a recap what happened here since my first video release, which is exactly now 1 year ago, guys. So exactly today, 1 year ago, I made my first video on GoPro here on YouTube. And yeah, I also mentioned the price levels, and we had, as you know, a 600% squeeze. Since then, the chart is unchanged, guys. I just show you here what happened and what are the next price levels. This is, of course, not financial advice. Okay, guys, so as I mentioned, 1 year ago, my first video release for GoPro, I mentioned the price was trading here at around 86 cents. And I mentioned that we have here an algo demand zone. I call it here the big whales stealth accumulation zone, because usually retail starts to sell off, stop losses get triggered, and this is where the bulls buy the dip, guys. And as I said, I made that video before GoPro was entering this zone, so I expected that we come down at least to 75 or 50 cents before we see a potential reversal. And I mentioned already 1 year ago that the price target for the trading algos, this is usually everything based on algos, guys. You don't need to take care about news or earning calls, blah, blah, blah. You know, this is already, let's say, decided by algos what happened. And of course, if a company dilutes, then the trading algos can change and these level break. But for GoPro, that was my trading active, or this trading setup, which I decided here to do. And I will give you now a quick recap. So as I said before, I stopped the chart here in TradingView, and we are here now back in February 2025. As I said, in the perfect trading world, we come down here in this box, start to find the bottom right, start to squeeze, and then the price target, which I had for GoPro, where I also sold all my positions, was between $2.63 and $2.94. What does that mean? That in a perfect trading world, GoPro will start to set up here a squeeze of around 500%. That was my trading strategy in 2025. I press now play, and I will show you also later in the video how you can spot these, let's call it price levels by yourself if you don't know how to draw them. I have a lot of tutorials on Patreon, guys, also a lot of short squeeze stocks. So the same what I show you here for GoPro, I do that every week on Patreon for a lot of stocks, guys. I just give you here one quick example, ticker CETY. I posted that here last week on Thursday, so that was February 5. I posted the stock here. Same here, the algo demand zone blue. And the Squeeze Calendar Pro, guys, is also one of my indicators, which you get in the video description. The Squeeze Calendar Pro mentioned here a potential squeeze date on February 6th, so 1 day after my post. And as you can see, exactly 1 day after I posted that stock on February 6th, the squeeze started. And then we had an 83% in just 2 days. So the algo demand zone was in, the Squeeze Calendar Pro predicted the date, and so on. So the Patreon membership link, guys, and also the indicators are available in the video description. So guys, so what is happening for GoPro? I show you now, if you don't know these price levels, how you can spot it. I press now play. Here we go, guys. Here in the at the bottom of the screen, you see my so-called RSI Ultimate indicator. As I said, I made a lot of indicators here by myself, not only the Squeeze Calendar Pro, also the RSI Ultimate indicator, and a lot of people around the world using them already. So guys, this is what I want to show you. This is very important right now. You can see here at the bottom here of the screen, we have a Powerball signal. So which means that even GoPro is tanking lower, the bulls already start to accumulating their position. So that was also my expectation, that we start to see some bull pressure here coming in, or a bullish sentiment, right? That does not mean that immediately we start to see a squeeze. That means that here the big whales starting their stealth accumulation. So they start buying already the dip while the news telling you, GoPro goes bankruptcy, blah, blah, blah. So let's press play. Let's see what happened. So we know that the bulls are already stepping in. And as you can also see, the RSI Ultimate indicator is changing the colors of the candle. So it's very easy for you to see when we have some, here's also a color legend, which you can enable. So you can see that this helps you to understand. So if you don't have any drawings in your chart, that at least gives you the signal, something is going on here behind the scenes. Maybe the bulls start to buy the dip. So as we can see, GoPro is already starting to recover from here. Here was one dip at 63 cents. The EMA line indicator is the natural resistance with low volume. Let's press play again. So we get rejected here at the EMA line. So perfect swing trade here, by the way. So, and then I always say, guys, no drama, no squeeze. The market makers always get the lowest possible price. We traded now here at 38 cents. But what we can see, even the price is going lower. The RSI is already building strength. That's why I say the bulls already start to buying here, right? So of course the market makers see that. They can measure, okay, there is some buying pressure coming in. Let's make here a final dip with some short ladder attack whatsoever they use, guys. But we can see that the RSI is already showing strength. Let's continue. And there we go, guys. So we are back now in the algo demand zone here in the stealth accumulation zone. And everything what we need is just a pump above these EMA lines, and then the squeeze will start. And we can see how the RSI is building up strength, right? So this is what I want to show you here, guys. Sorry for the slow motion here, but it's very important for you to see, to follow how the strength is coming in. Even the price is not showing it yet. So when we just measure that for a second, we can see that we have now here, okay, it's already 88%. It looks like nothing in the chart, but we can see since we had this dip here, already 88% recovered the price, but we are not squeezing yet, right? This is not yet the big squeeze which we want to see. We are already here now in June, and now it starts, guys. So now we start to leave the algo demand zone. First attempt, now the second attempt. That's why I say the whales already started to buy here at around 66 cents. Retest of the EMA line. Next retest. They bought the dip. And now everything we need is just some volume, and then the squeeze will start, guys. We are already here in July. So this is it, guys. So here it starts. So why didn't I sell my positions here with this squeeze? So when we measure that here, we have now in total already here a price action of 497%. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, 500% was my expected move. So I also bought here within that box. Not perfectly here at 39 cents. I think 55, 57 cents was my buy-in price. And we start to squeeze. As I mentioned before, we had here a Powerball signal on the RSI Ultimate indicator. What we want to see right now is the opposite. We want to see a bear alert. This is super bullish, guys. And we want to see that the bear stepping in. And as I mentioned before, my calculated price goal, this is only that has been my trading strategy. I said I will sell my positions in this zone here, not earlier than that. And in a perfect trading world, we see the price coming in that box, and we have a confirmation that the bear is coming by a bear attack signal or a bear alert signal on the RSI Ultimate. Let's press play again. So you can see there the volatility kicks in. So we have here already, yeah, that was of course painful, right? Minus 49%, but we are still squeezing, guys. Retest of the EMA lines, not yet. So you can see that, you know, here is already some bearish price action, but we don't have the confirmation here on the RSI Ultimate that the bear is coming. So this is more or less a normal correction. We are now here already in September. So guys, and here it begins. You can see we had for a second here a bearish signal, but the weekly candle started to push. That's why that signal is deleted right now. But we know that the bears are coming, and that's it, guys. So, and that's it. My price target is, so that's it, guys. And this is for me, game over. This is where I exit my positions, or I exited my positions here, because we perfectly touched the price target here. I hope you can see that. We perfectly touched it. And that was also my last video on GoPro, where I mentioned that this is the move which I expect to happen. And the problem is, guys, not only that was the perfect price move which I expected, also we have the confirmation that the bear's coming in, and we have here, you can see that in the gap indicator pro here, guys. This is also one of my indicators. We have even here in the weekly chart one open down gap for GoPro at 90 cents. And this is what, please watch the video until the end, but what we have to check later here together. So for me, bear alert signal, my price target is hit. Yeah, we have an open gap at 90 cents. So yes, of course, we could see here a squeeze of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000% whatsoever. But that is not my trading strategy. I never hope for something. I stick to my strategy, and you can see that GoPro made in this time here a 654% squeeze in 2025. It took a while, right? So from April 7, the market bottom was in. So until September, it took time, yeah, to see that squeeze happen. That's why I say here on Patreon, we have a lot of stocks which move here very quick in just a couple of days. No reason to backhold them, right? Quick in, quick out. If you want to see those stocks, guys, join us on Patreon. And this is the reason, guys, why I sold all my GoPro positions here during that time. When we press play, I will speed up that a little bit here right now. Then, of course, everybody know what happened. Bear alert signal is in. And that's it, guys. That is it for the squeeze. GoPro never recovered from that. As we all know, we're trading now here at $1 and we are very, very close to close the open down gap at 90 cents, which the Gap Indicator Pro is showing you here right now. I will also show you something, how you can measure these algo landing zones here. I calculate these on several metrics. I have also a lot of tutorials on Patreon, which you can see. But let's just assume you don't know how to draw these chart patterns. The RSI Ultimate Indicator is very helpful. But if we now switch here to the daily chart, so we can finish that and enable here the Gap Indicator Pro, which is here in the corner. You can see that, guys. Then you can see that here was an open gap. So the Gap Indicator is showing you all the open gaps to the up and down side. We have only this open down gap at 90 cents and a couple of open gaps here for GoPro in the higher price ranges, $4.55, $6.37. That means that GoPro can, of course, go much, much higher in future. It looks, guys, it looks like that we're building here a bullish reversal. I just said that my strategy was, you know, this algo landing zone here, the open gap has been filled perfectly here. And as you can see, after we filled this gap, GoPro immediately started to sell off. That's why I say the algos have to do some things, right? So as I said, I have a lot of tutorials on Patreon about that, but this is what I expected. So guys, now we are in the here and now. So let's talk about the actual price level. I expect that we close this open gap here at 90 cents very, very soon. That should happen sooner or later. This is not the price anymore, guys. That was already here in the past, right? This already happened. But I think that the bulls are still waiting here. If we check for a second here, the volume profile, guys, here. So let's check that. So we can see that the volume is still very low. So we have here a very flat volume, and that means that the bears are still in control, but it is just a matter of time until the bulls maybe accumulate. So in a perfect trading world, right, this has been the final dip. As we all know, April 7, April 8 in 2025 has been the market bottom. So it is very possible that GoPro is finding support here in that so-called big whales stealth accumulation zone, which is between 75 and 50 cents. So that we close this open gap at 90 cents, I think that is very sure, right? We could see that coming in even today, but everything here in that zone, guys, especially I would say right here, the 70-cent range here, this is a very spicy range, 66, 70 cents. This is where I will trade GoPro again. This is not financial advice, guys. Please make your own due diligence. And of course, if GoPro trading below $1 and cannot recover by itself, then maybe the company will start to think about a reverse stock split delusion and so on. So this is not, you know, something which you just buy and hold. You have to work here with a stop loss because it looks for me like a bullish reversal, but that is not confirmed yet. My friends, that was my update on GoPro. I hope that video was helpful. Yeah, if you want to see more videos like this, then please push the like and subscribe and the hype button. I wish you a great day, great success with all your trades and see you in the next video. Arigatou gozaimasu, vielen Dank, alles Gute und bis zum nächsten Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.